the Giamatti Little League Center, Bristol, Connecticut, day 3 of this Mid-Atlantic Region Tournament. Delaware versus New York in an elimination game. Win, you stay on the road to Williamsport. Lose, and it's back home for the rest of the summer, but with memories to last a lifetime. Final preparations being made on the field to get this one going for first pitch, just a few moments away from that. New Jersey and Pennsylvania have each won both of their games and are moving forward in the winner's bracket. However, you've got New York and Delaware at the moment among 4 that have a loss, and all 4 will be involved in elimination games today. So win to stay in Bristol and keep the dream alive, and that is a dream that the Delaware team has had. Their manager is Kristen Caldwell, a great baseball player in her own right, playing in 3 Women's World Baseball Cups with Team USA. And she's got her team ready to go. Son Will, also a member of this team. Delaware lost Sunday to New Jersey 3-0. And that's what puts them in this elimination bracket. Here is a look at the lineup for the Delaware State champs. Brody Fleming leads off. Then it's Logan Wainick, Matthew Rice, Aiden Colley in the cleanup spot. Carter Sherman, Julian Onley, Will Caldwell, Dave Johnson, and Jacob Trolla. And they will have 4 other players who will be substituting in as we go. And as for New York, Cam Frazier is their starting pitcher, and he has also been a hitting star for them throughout their run to Bristol with a big 3-run home run in the New York State Championship game to bring them to the Mid-Atlantic region. Mark Brown with you throughout our coverage, and we are ready for first pitch. That's what we love. One of many things we love about the Little League World Series. On time, they keep it moving. No dead time, just action. So first pitch of this elimination game is just inside for Brody Fleming, who is the opposing pitcher today. That one even further inside, so 2-0. Good hitters count for Fleming. And that is down. Our home plate umpire is Adam Rietsma. Stephen Kalenda at first, Boyd Stevens at second, Keith O'Brien at third. Brody's a big Outer Banks fan. I haven't seen it myself, but my kids are as well. Must be good. 3-1 count. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and away, so full count here for Brody Fleming. Nickname is Sticks. And he hits one hard in the hole for a base hit. The leadoff man is aboard with a hard single in the hole. Brody's got a couple brothers. Aiden and Chase, 18 and 16, so he's the youngest. And Delaware fans, mostly family, are excited about this start and getting more excited as the ball scoots by the catcher, and down to second base goes Fleming. So runner in scoring position right off the bat for the Delaware State champs from Canal Little League. Ball is up for ball 2. Owen Mendrick is behind the plate. Look at some information on Wainick. Big football fan, who isn't? And that is Owen Mendrick. Taking the signal in from the manager. Giving it to his pitcher, and that one comes down 3-0, breaking ball. How about that? Got to do something to get it over. And that ball is hit back to the pitcher, and he's got Fleming caught off second base. The rundown ensues. Pickle, as we used to call it. And safe at third. How about that? What looked to be a base running blunder worked out for Delaware. It looks good here. Now he sees his chance, and the ball just Does not get to the glove. And Brody Fleming taking full advantage. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice for Wainick, but no out recorded, and Wainick does get to second. And we do have a stoppage here. Looks like we're going to get a review. Just be speculating at this point about what this would be. The ruling on the field is safe at third. One thing that you could possibly be thinking here is that, you know, going out of the baseline to avoid a tag. That was not perfectly obvious, that's for sure. So here we go. This is the first. He is out well out of the baseline, but at the same time, if he's not trying to avoid a tag, it doesn't count. Here's a look. Clearly the ball is missed by the person covering third there, and in there safe, but you're not allowed to dive into a base going forward in Little League, and that is the issue. You can dive back to a bag. You cannot dive into a bag that you're going into the next base. So, and the questions, now both managers are out there. Have to slide. Diving head first is a safety thing. You don't get to do that in Little League. All right, we seem to have that sorted out. It was a beautiful looking diving slide. You just can't do it at this level according to the rules. So out at third on the fielder's choice. And Matthew Rice, that one skips by, and now Wainick will get on to third on the wild pitch. So they still end up with a guy on third, but one less guy on base, and they did pick up an out. Here's the first baseman, Rice, and he takes one inside, so he's got a hitter's count. Science, his favorite subject in school. And he hits that one high and foul. Rice has shown himself to be very handy around the bag as well. Now 3-1 count with a runner in scoring position. Took a mighty cut at that one, but fastball blown by him. Full count, up to 16 pitches now for Cam Frazier. And he rips that one, but foul. That could have been trouble. Matthews nicknamed Matty Ice. And that is ball four. So now first and third as Rice draws a one-out walk. Wainick is on third base, and it will bring up shortstop Aiden Colley. Aiden's shown himself to be a tremendous all-around player, can pitch as well. And a throw down to second, and then coming home, they get him at the plate. And now back to Rice. You are allowed to dive back towards the bag. And that's what he does there. So a unsuccessful first and third steal situation. And here is a look at it. It's actually a fake. They throw all the way through, and still get the runner at home. Owen Mendrick with a very strong arm there, but sent back by McKenzie to get the out at the plate. So 2 outs on the base paths for Delaware in the first inning. And that could prove costly. 1-1 to Colonie. He misses on the breaking ball down and away. 5'6", 115 pounds. His favorite athlete is Alex Verdugo. And when you just go straight baseball, he throws in a little Xander Bogaerts as well. He is a Red Sox fan. And wants to be a Major League Baseball star someday. Well, he's off to a good start. Another full count. Frazier pitch count. And he's got the tremendous braids going on. Best hair on the team, according to the coaches. I'm sure they talk about that among the players as well. And he draws a 2-out walk. So first and second.
Number 34.
Rice on second. Colonie on first. Carter Sherman, the third baseman, comes up. We're going to have a little chat at the mound. And they have had a little bit of trouble, obviously, to get things started here. Cam Frazier's already thrown 24 pitches, given up a lot of base runners, given up a hit, given up a couple walks. But the team has made stellar defensive plays as they have caught them. New York has caught Delaware in some base running blunders. And we are going to get a pitching change here. 24 pitches is what you see on the pitch count, but he hit 20 within the last batter. So 20 will be the number that gets recorded for his eligibility going forward. And that means 20 pitches or less, you're able to turn right around and pitch tomorrow. And should they win this game, they'll be able to come back and pitch in tomorrow's game, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that tremendous defensive reflexes by the Colonie Little Leaguers have stopped 2 runs, 1 at third and 1 at home, all in the first inning. Tyler Bilka is your relief pitcher. Needs to get 1 out here before any of those runners get home. So he inherits the 2 out, 2 runners on in a 0-0 game. So Bilka comes in from first base, and Cam Frazier will go over to first base to replace Bilka. Matthew Rice on second, Aiden Colley on first. Carter Sherman with a chance to drive in some runs here. And Bilka starts him off with a strike, and I think that's been the thing. There has not been enough strikes thrown by the starter Cam Frazier today. Sherman is a Sandlot fan, like him already. Hits hard towards second. Flips to short, McKenzie to DeFilippi, and the threat is over. Tons of base runners, but no runs for Delaware now. New York will come up in the bottom half of the first. Little League World Series Mid-Atlantic region from Bristol returns in a moment.
Thank you for helping to keep our players, volunteers, and fellow visitors safe this summer.
Also plays football. Friends call him C. Diddy. And this is Brody Fleming with his first pitch, and it's swinging strike 1. Swinging again, and this one foul off the left side, opposite way, and quickly down 0-2. Spend some time on Amazon. Spend some money on there, too, if you're not careful. And he takes the ball again, so 2-2, working that count back in his direction. And ball 3, so slipping away, going to a full count. Carter's favorite athlete is Mike Trout, favorite performer, Eminem. That is ball 4, so from 0-2, a leadoff walk worked by Carter Epting.
Number 52, Tyler Bilka.
Oh, Brody Fleming, who's already dirty from that dive into third, where he was ruled out. And again, he starts with a strike. This is Tyler Bilka, first baseman, who has just come into pitch. That ball gets to the backstop, and off Epting goes to second base on the wild pitch. You do see a number of the Delaware players wearing these high pants and the stirrup socks with the stripe. That ball is hit high within the infield, and shortstop Aiden Colley comes over to collect it. Colley's been flashing some leather and the gun across the diamond now in his second game here in Bristol. So big first out there. And Cam Fruscio playing center field today. And he pops that one straight back and out of play. We've got Tristan Marley coming in, not in the starting lineup, but he will get his at-bat off the bench for Delaware right here in place of Julian Onley. And he takes it down and away. Tyler Bilka on the mound. There's Tristan's information. Favorite book, Curveball by Derek Jeter. 5'7" and a solid 145 pounds. He takes ball 2, so Bilka getting behind in the count here. Takes a strike. Good looking fastball there from Bilka. And that is down in the dirt, 3-1. Tristan has a pair of aunts, Brenda and Jesse, who made it to the Little League Softball World Series. So definitely swinging the bat runs in the family for sure. That is on the corner for strike 2, full count. To the leadoff man, top of the second. And that is in there for called strike 3. So Marley goes down on strike. Will Caldwell, the second baseman, is the next one due up. Here's another look at it.
Number 23.
Boy, that is just a fantastic location there with some heat. So Will Caldwell now to the plate. He's playing second base for Delaware. Mom's the manager of the team, Kristen Caldwell. That one scoots away. Mentioned that she played in 3 women's baseball, baseball World Cups with Team USA. Her sister Bonnie was also part of that. She threw a 3-hit shutout in the gold medal game to beat Japan in 2004's World Cup. I mean, that is definitely something to put on your mantle. And she is a teacher and a coach at her alma mater, Caravel Academy, where son Will, Aiden Colley, and Matthew Rice go. Coaches 3 sports there as well. And a little tapper to shortstop, up and over. Very nice play. We just saw Aiden Colley do that to end an inning. And now DeFilippi is able to do it as well. Nice job by Blake there. take another look. Blake plays a ton of sports. Obviously, he plays baseball, but also basketball and football. Throwing a little golf in there as well. And this brings up center fielder Dane Johnson. Loves to play the Madden video games. He's also 12. Great. Oh, no. Bilka, and I thought it might have got the outside corner. A 1-1. And foul back for strike two. 2 out, nobody on. A little less drama in the top of the second than there was in the top of the first. One and two pitch on the way. Staying alive. Tyler Bilka, a big kid with a good fastball. Very simple but effective delivery. So important to teach the mechanics early. Not just for best performance, but for arm health as well. And that one in the dirt, so this will go to 3-2, full count. Dane Johnson. And he grounds that ball in the hole and into left field. Dane Johnson, a 2-out single. And Dane has been not just a great baseball player, he has been someone who's had a pretty big fight on his hand. He is a leukemia survivor, now a 7th grader at Alfred G. Waters Middle School, and somebody with a base hit in the Mid-Atlantic Region Tournament of the Little League World Series. Good going, Dane. And that brings up Jacob Trala, number 9 batter and left fielder. Loves the goat emoji. It's a great pitch from Bilka. And 0-2. And that's outside. Trala also goes to Waters Middle School. Proud parents, Kimberly and Jason. Got a brother, Joshua, as well. Big swing, but he can't catch up to it, and that'll do it for the top of the second inning. A hit for Delaware, but that is it. New York coming to the plate. Bottom second coming up. Thank you. That is for sure. Families are allowed to come to the regionals here in Bristol, but the number of fans in attendance quite limited for safety reasons. Hopefully next year we get back to the full houses. Brody Fleming has a strike on Mikey, who drives it to short, and a nice play there from Colley. Aiden Colley has accounted for all 4 outs so far for his team. Caught 2 pop-ups. One was tremendous play. The other was a ground ball to end the inning, so all of them in the first, and now he has the first in the second. Follow that. Who's on first? This is Stephen Thomas after Mikey Carlin grounded out. Stephen Thomas is the third baseman. 2 for 3 with a run batted in the loss to Pennsylvania. Home plate umpire Adam Rietsma. Smooth out that box. Oh, 0-1 pitch to Thomas. And that is in there for strike 2. Thomas also plays football and basketball. and he has a wonderful power swing. Plays a really nice third base as well. 0-2 pitch. Wasted up. Stephen Thomas, nickname is ST, looks up to his mom and dad, Janisa and Stephen. Little brothers, Emilio and Carmelo. 1-2 pitch from Fleming. And that ball is hit to the right side. Will Caldwell up with it and easily over to first for the second out of the inning. Somebody else gets to play a little defense for the Delaware side. Aiden Golly had accounted for all of the outs so far. A couple of them with a little help from first baseman Matthew Rice on the receiving end. And now we're to Cam Frazier, who was the starting pitcher in the game. Was removed after 20 pitches, and now over at first base, and he hits it hard back through the middle for a two-out single. Fantastic rip. That's a simple approach. When you need to get something going, just try to hit it straight through the middle. Don't try to do too much. And in the end, it works out more times than not. So Ryder, McKenzie, the second baseman, comes up with the man on first and 2 outs. Big swing there, 1-1. Colonie Little League, third appearance in the Mid-Atlantic Regional. That one is hit well and fair into right field. He will hold with a single, but on to third goes Frazier. Good piece of hitting here. Hard line drive down the line, and a fantastic job by right fielder Julian Onley to get over there quickly and not only hold to a single, but keep that runner from scoring. Good hitting, good defense. Gotta love it. First and third, 2 outs. And Blake DiFilippi, the shortstop. His favorite player, Anthony Rizzo. And a little swinging bunt back, and Fleming has to hurry to get it to first, but does to end the threats. Some decent hitting. It's a better defense. Through 2. We are scoreless.
Caps, pins, and more. Visit shoplittleLeague.org for all of your regional and World Series souvenirs. You will also receive free shipping when you spend $50 or more.
Okay, that's the sound. Atlantic region, and every region is the team that advances to the Little League World Series every year, except this year there will be 2 from each region because the international teams are unable to participate this year. So getting to the regional final also punches your ticket to Williamsport. So 2 of the 6 at the Mid-Atlantic region and all other regions will advance. So a huge opportunity to double the number of American Little Leaguers that can make it to Williamsport. No score, top third. Delaware with their leadoff batter, Brody Fleming. Singled in the first, but was thrown out in a rundown at third. That one way up and in. 3-1 count here. The New York team has only 11 players, which means part of the mandatory play rules that they need. Well, we got a fly ball down the right field line, collected really nicely by Mikey Carlin. Could he make that look any easier? Fantastic stuff from Mikey Carlin out there. Was not the easiest play to make, but he made it. And so Fleming flies out to right. And that one heading to right as well. Little tougher play, but he is there as well. Mikey Carlin flashing the leather. Well, he's got what you really want to see in an outfielder. Reads the ball off the bat, gets that jump. Love it. Fantastic defense from both teams today. Matthew Rice now with two outs and nobody on. Now here is Rice. See if he can get something going. Little two-out rally. And he drives it back through the middle. Great approach. And he gets on. Was saying that the New York team has only 11 players, which means to get the mandatory minimum in for each of their players off the bench, they not only have to get in bat, but 6 consecutive defensive outs. And we are seeing a couple of 2 substitutes in already. Colin Danahy is over at first base. Drew Hillicost has come into play second. First pitch fouled off. Ace Collie has walked in his first time at the plate. And that one again down the right field line. Well, even Mikey Carlin can't get that one. He's like, yeah, just keep it on this side of the fence and I'll get it. Now Bilka still way ahead here of Aiden Collie as he fouls one off to stay alive. Still an 0-2 count. Runner will hold at first base, doesn't squirt away just enough. See what Aiden can do here, behind in the count. Works it back to 2-2. Mom Minta, Dad Lane, brothers Ryan and Justin. Obviously his biggest fans, but anybody who's watching at Breen Field or who's watching streaming on ESPN Plus, they're finding out about that too. Probably going to gain some fans. This time fouls it off the left side. Nice bare hand play. Good defense from everybody, even the coaches. And works a walk from 0-2. Aiden Collie is now on for the second time, keeping this inning alive. Rice down to second. And Carter Sherman grounded into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. We'll see what he can do here. Fouled that one off to the right side. Nickname is Little Sherm. Lil Sherm. His favorite player, Bryce Harper. Phillies fan, also likes Kevin Hart. Delaware, as you may be aware, does not have a professional baseball team, MLB team that is. So they got a pick. A lot of them go to the Philadelphia teams. That one all the way to the backstop as 2 runners advance, now second and third. All this happening with 2 outs. See the base being replaced. These bases are breakaway, so as not to cause injury if you slide into them too hard. Have to be popped back into place throughout the game. That is up for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that ends the threat. Pitching, defense, and timely hitting, it is the formula. We're just missing the timely hitting so far. Back with more from Bristol in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, our concession stand is open behind the first base grandstand. Due to safety precautions this year, our concession stand is offering a limited menu. Visit the concession stand.
Out of the inning.
Now batting, number 52, Tyler Bilka.
And Tyler Bilka will come to the plate with 1 out. He grounded out to Aiden Colonie, as have several already today. Ty 0 for 1. And that is outside. Ball 1, 1-1. Oh, great location from Brody Fleming there. Tyler Bilka goes to Lishakill Middle School. Fouls that away to stay alive. Colonie, New York is just a little bit northwest of the capital of Albany. And if you were on your way from Albany to Schenectady, Colonie would be just about halfway out there. And that one is up for ball 2, 2-2. Bilka's favorite player, Francisco Lindor. He's a Mets fan. Favorite movie is Space Jam 2. All called strike 3. Space Jam 2, for the most part, to be kind, has garnered mixed reviews. But he loves it. Here's another look at that pitch.
Cam Fruscio.
Cam Fruscio will come to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. And he gets all of that one, but right at the left fielder, Jacob Tralla, for the final out of the inning. Great job, Jacob, to end the threat. Game. Just another reminder that the Little League World Series, these guys they're just kids. Just like all over the country and all over the world, finding their ways to have fun, but competitive for sure. Here in the Mid-Atlantic region, elimination game. There is no score. In the top of the 4th inning, this is Julian Onley, just 4'9" and 72 pounds. But the starting right fielder, and he takes that one down. It is not the biggest strike zone, to be sure. And he's being selective. Good for him. And he's going to be taking all the way. Here takes strike 1. So now we go. Tristan Marley batted for Onley in the 2nd inning before Onley had gotten his first at bat. Now this is Julian's first. And that is ball 4. So Julian in the starting lineup today. Came off the bench in the first game. And we've got a little trip to the mound here. 50 pitches. Gotta have something to do with it. The New York manager, Rich Hillikas, out there having the conversation. All right, just to settle down, maybe see how you're feeling. If he maybe wasn't quite feeling it, it might have been time to take him out and save him on that 50 pitch count, but hey, he's doing a good job here. Tight, no score, elimination game. And we've got a pinch hitter, Chase Lednam, in. And Chase Lednam, in his opportunity in the first game, got himself a single. He's been showing bunt. Now takes a strike for 1-1. There's a look at Chase. These guys are all all-stars and state champions. Takes a lot to be a starting player on one of those, and the guys that come off the bench, very much just as capable as guys who start, and we have seen that over and over this week. So an illegal pitch is called there. So it'll be a ball issued in the count, taking it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is down for ball 3. The catchers, at least on this New York team, are taking the signals in from the manager in the dugout and then relaying them. And Bilka did not realize his catcher was still looking for the signal from the dugout. That's when he stopped his pitch, and it cost him because it has now turned into a walk.
Number 17, Liam Fresconi.
Liam Fresconi also came off the bench in their first game and got a hit in his only at-bat. In fact, 3 hits total in that Delaware loss to New Jersey on Sunday. 2 of them came from substitutes. First and second, nobody out. Liam Fresconi, Jim Carrey being his favorite actor. So some recent control problems here for Tyler Bilka. 2-1 count here, 2 on. Nobody out. And now 3-1. This is a huge opportunity for Delaware. And that is ball 4. 3 straight walks. And it loads the bases with nobody out. And we will get Phoenix Luloff in as a pinch hitter. So he is the 4th of 4 substitutes to make an appearance for Delaware. And he shows bunt and then takes strike 1. Luloff was a starter in the first game. Now coming off the bench. Key spot here. That gets by the catcher, and here comes the runner, and the throw safe at home. So on the wild pitch, Julian Onley comes across for the first run of the game. Delaware drawing first blood. 1-1 count. And that is down. Adam Rietsma has had a very consistent zone. Probably more of a hitter's zone. Making these pitchers come in. And Bilka is having trouble doing that right now. 3-1 count, top of the order is coming up. Phoenix Luloff takes strike 2. Tough inning, 21 pitches this inning for Bilka. 6 strikes, 15 balls. And that ball is hit towards second, and it's going to be safe all around with a run coming home. 2-0. First ball in play of the inning. The 3 base runners prior had reached on bases on balls, and now second visit of the inning. He must remove Taylor Bilka here. So with this pitching change, we will step aside for a bit while the new pitcher warms up. And back with more Mid-Atlantic Region Tournament from Bristol. So Luloff getting on the error, but got the RBI for the second run of the game. Tyler Bilka now playing first base. See him there. Coming off the mound. And onto the mound comes the third pitcher of the game for New York, Carter Epting, 5'4", 12-year-old. And we'll see what he can do here. He is inheriting runners on first and third, nobody out, and the top of Delaware's order. Brody Fleming starts him off with a strike, the left-hander. And that has been the problem this inning in particular. 3 bases on balls. Brody Fleming loves the chicken chimichanga as his favorite food. 1 for 2 in the game. He is hacking away. Fleming, the starting pitcher today for Delaware. Interesting, he does choke up just a little bit on the bat. You can see it there. But he is not looking to just slap the ball. He's ripping. And he goes down on strikes as the runner advances. Luloff to second base. The runners on second and third, so this is big. 1 out. Lots of ways to get these runners in. Logan Wainick. And he takes a strike. That ball's hit hard and into left field. And it is cut off, but 2 runs will score. Play at second, and he's out. I'm sorry, 1 run is all that came in. They had to hold up a little bit to see that ball drop. Here's another look at it. Hard hit ball. Oh, he fell down in between at third base and home, so he ended up going back. So, pretty good break here for New York. If this holds, it looks like this play may be reviewed at second base. In live action, it looked like a decent call. We'll have to see. But if you think about that, when that ball was hit, that looked like 2 runs were going to come in. Not only does only 1 come in, but the guy who hit it is out at second. So that looked to be a much more damaging hit than, in fact, it turned out. Now we'll see when we go look at the replays here. The play at second base, it is a perfect throw. Beats the runner. And look, the umpire's got a great look at that. Here's another look. It's tough to tell. Looks like the tag maybe goes on the right knee. Does the left foot get in there first? I don't know. Tough to say. Again, usually this is not taken down to the millimeter for Little League. It's looking for, is it substantial and clear and obvious enough to overturn it? And if it's not, you leave it be. And we have seen that a lot. Calls on the field, standing up after replay. I don't know, 2 angles. Not sure I've seen enough to overturn it. We'll see what home plate umpire Adam Rietsma says. And he overturns it. And that's big. Now just 1 out and the 2 on. Matthew Rice, the number 3 hitter, coming up here. Oh, that comes in on the back door. Matty Ice. Autographs to be given after the game. Tries the same pitch, does Epting. And he can't get it there. Rice is 1 for 1, walked in the first, singled in the third. Reruns in for Delaware and looking for more. Takes high, ball 2. Ball fouled off the right side, 2-2. There's a look at the situation. Runners on second and third. Luloff on third, Johnson on second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That ball is lined into center field, and it'll get all the way to the track. Legging out a double here is Matty Ice, and he drives in 2. That ball was smoked. When it left the bat, you thought the center fielder would have a chance to collect it, but it just shot right by on the wet grass. And now 5-0 Delaware. Huge inning. And now Aiden Colley's going to get his licks. He has been walked both times he has been to the plate. And the guy with the best hair on the team. Coaches say he could be a shampoo model. Stranger Things is his favorite television show. I say television. I'm sure he streams it like all the kids. Aiden Colley looking to do some more damage. That one down the right field line. Mikey Carlin just ran out of room. So 2-2 is the count. Delaware, all 5 runs coming in this top of the 4th explosion. He pops it up, foul territory, and that also is out of play. Aiden Colley's been stellar in the field. Robin hits. And foul tip held for strike 3. That is a big out right there. We'll bring up Carter Sherman. He hits it hard to right field. A sliding attempt from Carlin. He can't come up with it. And Matthew Rice comes in to score the 6th run of the game on the RBI single from from Carter Sherman. Here's another look.
0-0.
Hit hard, Oppo. Very tough chance for Carlin. Comes aggressively in. Just cannot quite get the glove all the way under it. Now another mound visit for New York in a game that has been full of defense and key defensive plays. We have had an offensive outburst here from the Delaware team. The Canal Little League, Delaware State champions. Look at that crooked number. We knew something had to give, but we didn't think we were looking at a 6 spot just like that, and not out of it yet. But the families of the Canal Little Leaguers, regardless of the outcome, you know how proud they are of everything that they've accomplished and how much fun and experience they've had. But they do want to win. They want to keep this thing going. And that is the beauty of tournament play. Staying alive, winning, advancing, not going home early.
For Delaware, special pinch runner, number 26, Jacob Tralla.
Jacob Tralla comes on to pinch run. Special pinch runner, you get to use that no more than once in an inning, twice in a game. And Julian Onley will get his second at-bat of the inning, as Delaware has batted around, as they say. Onley walked and scored the first run of the game, also in this inning. He's got a 2-1 count. Runner on first and 2 outs. And now the 2-2 count. Onley, nicknamed Jules, one of 6 kids in his family. They're doing their part, supporting the team, and right now, inside out, backwards, the rally cap in full flow at the moment. And here we go with New York coming to the plate. Owen Kendrick, the cleanup hitter, will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Just 6-inning games and down 6. Really feel like they've got to get a little something going here, push a run or 2 across. And Brody Fleming, who's only now thrown 37 pitches through 3 innings, now starting the 4th. And that is in there for a strike. Winner of this game will play tomorrow against the winner of Washington, D.C. and Maryland. And the player who started the first game on the mound for Delaware is Carter Sherman. We got a 3-0 count here. Fleming looking for a strike. Oh, green lights swinging there. Ball was crushed, but well foul. So Carter Sherman was stopped on Sunday on the 50-pitch number. Actually a 2-2 count. The first pitch was actually a strike. And again, sending it hard and well out of play. Owen Kendrick grounded out to shortstop to end the first inning. Now getting his second at bat here in the 4th. Not chasing that one, so now the count goes full. That ball is grounded to short. Collie up and over with it, kind of getting silly at this point. There is just nothing that's going his way that is not ending up in and out. Check out the action. Smooth, quick release. And plenty of heat on that throw across the diamond. Yep, you can drop him on the big 60-90 field right now. He would do just fine. Mikey Carlin coming up. with 1 out and nobody on. Like he's 0 for 1 today. Guess who he grounded out to? Aiden Colonie. Five defensive plays from Colonie today. A couple of pop-ups and 3 groundouts. 1-1 pitch. Mikey chased up. The right fielder. Yankees fan. 1-2 pitch. And that is grounded to second, and a bobble, and Mikey Carlin will be safe. So 1 on now, and 1 out. Carlin's got an interesting story. His pa, I'm guessing that's his grandpa, was an umpire all the way up to the AAA level in the New York State Baseball Hall of Fame. That's quite something. Stephen Thomas takes strike 1. And also, good family friend Ed Montague. And if you've been watching baseball for a long time, there is a little tapper back to Brody, and he gets the out at first. Ed Montague, close family friend. This guy umped over 4,000 Major League Baseball games. And one of only 3 umpires who has ever been crew chief in the World Series 4 times. I remember Ed Montague.
Number 7.
Been retired for a bit. So runner on second, 2 out. And there's strike 1. Nice looking breaking ball. Cam Frazier lays off that one. Well, a reminder of Cam's power. With everything on the line to win the state championship, a 3-run home run. Hard ground ball to third, handled nicely. Carter Sherman making the play. 6-0 shutout through 4. Delaware looking to add to it coming up.
Thanks for coming to Bristol and visiting the All Heart City.
So Delaware in great shape. Will Caldwell, second baseman, coming back into his spot after Chase Lednam hit for him in that big 4th inning. He's one of the 3 walks in that inning was Chase, and scored 1 of the 6 runs. Now Caldwell grounded out to shortstop, his first time up. That's hard hit to second and through into right center field. Will Caldwell, a sharp single. Mom loves it. Mom is the manager, but she coaches first base. Sometimes you don't necessarily see the manager coaching first base, but she does, entrusting third base to one of her assistants. So the leadoff man is aboard. Another hard hit. This one back to second base. Safe, so out on the swing, and Caldwell barely makes it back to first in time. Let's see this again. Sharply hit. Hillicoss makes the play. You know, the throw beat him. I just don't think the first baseman got back to first in time. It happened so quickly. That's what the umpire has ruled. And some good stuff there as the manager for New York came out, Rich Hillicoss, saying, looking for an explanation, and he accepts it that his player was not back on the base. The foot was not on the base to record the out, and no challenge. Well done. We don't need to challenge everything. A big swing there. Phoenix Luloff. Oh for 1 today. And he gets hit, looks like on the elbow. So that one of the most painful places to get hit. And he is in some pain now. Coaches will check on him first, and likely to see a trainer come out to make sure. And right on cue. Let's take another look on this one as it kept riding inside. Yeah, that looked like it got him right on the elbow, back of the elbow, as he tried to get out of the way. So it's going to be sore for a while. Nothing you can do about that. Legs are feeling good, so he's going to go on to first base. So 1 out, first and second. Phoenix came in as a substitute and now has had 2 at-bats as an RBI as well. Reached on an error, but the bases were loaded, runners were moving, and he gets the RBI. Well, there's been a lot of mound visits from Rich Hillicost today. And he is going to make a pitching change. And that'll be it for Carter Epting. And while our newest pitcher, Colin Danahy, comes in from the outfield to warm up, we've got a few moments to take a break. We will be back with more New York in trouble versus Delaware. This is Colin Danahy coming on, the new pitcher for Colonie Little League of New York, the New York State champions. And he is inheriting a bit of a jam here, only 1 out, runners on first and second. And his team is down 6-0, top of the 5th. Colin's favorite athlete, Mike Trout. His nickname is Laces. And that one missing for ball 1. Back up to the top of the order for Brody Fleming. Nice backdoor breaking ball from Danahy. Brody is 1 for 3 at the plate today as the leadoff hitter. And the pitcher of record so far. He's been very good on the mound, has not allowed a run, 4 complete innings on only 52 pitches. Only 1 strikeout, but he has a tremendous defense. It's making every play behind him. 2-2 pitch. Tried the backdoor breaking ball again, and that one stays outside. So the count is full. And he chases the off-speed down and in. That's a huge out. Fantastic job coming in from the outfield by Colin Danahy. Great stuff there. So 2 outs now as Logan Wainick comes up. He had an RBI double as part of that 6-run 4th inning. He hits that one high to medium left field. Epting, who just came off the mound, makes the play out in left to end the threat. So they leave 2 runners on. New York's trying to tighten this thing up, but they need runs. Heading for the bottom of the 5th. Mobile. Delaware state champions have a 6-0 lead, with New York coming up in the bottom of the 5th. New pitcher for Delaware. This is Aiden Colonie, who stars at second base. He can also pitch, and he starts off his first hitter with strike 1. And trying to bunt, but fouling it back is Drew Hillicoss, one of the 2 substitutes from today's game, along with Colin Danahy, getting their 6 consecutive outs defensively, at least. And they're at bats. Hillicoss takes that for ball 1, 1-2. Brody Fleming, the starting pitcher for Delaware, removed after 4 complete. Very tidy work for him. He threw 52 pitches, but that'll go down as the 50 limit, which means he can have 2. He needs 2 days off. Strike 3 there. He has replaced Collie, as the shortstop has Brody Fleming. So Fleming needs 2 days off. There he is as a pitcher, but then could come back and pitch as early as Friday. And should Delaware still be around on Friday, he would be ready. And Collie looking good right away here. Colin Danahy came in relief, getting his first at bat. And that one just gets away on 0-2. No harm done there. Left-hander Danahy. Seeing if he can get something going. Need base runners. Fouls that one back to stay alive. Danaher's favorite TV show, SWAT. Fouls back another one. So he's making Collie work here. Favorite TV show for Colin is Bench Warmers. It's a funny one. He hits this one to third, where it is taken up by Sherman. We have had some stellar left side of the infield play for both teams, and really throughout this Mid-Atlantic region. And now 2 quick outs. Let's go back to the top of the order. Carter Epting. I mean, just clean as can be, and some real rocket arms on the left side of the infield. Well, count is 1-0. Nobody on, 2 out. And this one grounded softly to second, handled by Will Caldwell, and just like that, 3 up, 3 down, and Delaware has taken themselves within 3 outs of moving on is New York and Delaware, and it is getting down to desperation time for New York, with Delaware at the plate, leading 6-0, top 6, and that ball is sent into the gap, hits the base of the wall, and Matthew Rice has his 2nd double of the day and his 3rd hit.
Number 24.
Barreling that one up, nearly went out, hit the fence on the fly. So he has been on base all 4 plate appearances, walked in the first, singled in the third, RBI double and scored in the 4th, and now a leadoff double in the 6th. And that will bring up Aiden Collie, the shortstop, now into pitch for Delaware. Got the last 3 outs as he came in relief of Brody Fleming in the 5th. He is the cleanup hitter, and he bounces that one foul. Aiden's walked twice and struck out. Looking to join that Delaware hit parade. 8 of them so far today. Lays off that one. See what Aiden can do here. 2-1 count. And he hits this one hard to second base and handled nicely. Ryder McKenzie making the play.
Number 34,
And
Sherman.
Ground ball to the right side. Does the job. Gets the runner over. And it'll bring up Carter Sherman. Sorry about that. One out, runner on third for Sherman. Takes that one inside, 1-1. Carter is 1 for 3 today, singled in that big 4th inning. And we got a stoppage of play here. And now back and ready. It was a bullpen trip returning. This ball is hit deep to center field. Comfortably handled by Fruscio, but tagging up and scoring is Matthew Rice. That was a pretty close play. How about that throw from center field? Cutoff man. We don't need any cutoff man. Great throw from Fruscio. We shouldn't be surprised. He's got a great arm. Solid pitcher as well. Here's another look at it. That would be considered deep center field. Stayed behind the ball and just airmailed that one to the plate. Fantastic. And Fruscio. All right, you heard it. Need something right here. Rip something. So this one could be, did he tag up and leave too early? Right now it is safe at home, the 7th run on the board for New York.
We're challenging the play that the runner on third left early on the tag of the fly ball.
All right, we're able to eavesdrop in a little bit there, and we are hearing that Adam Rietsma is looking to see if the runner left the bag early.
Okay, thank you.
And as they check it, that is not something that is reviewable, so they will not review it. Yep, there's enough umpires out there that should be handled in real time. Once that ball is caught, the third base umpire has got to be looking at that for sure. And Tristan Marley is coming back up to the plate. With 2 out, nobody on, and a run in. And he takes a tough one. Catching the outside corner, 1-1. Danahy on the mound, did a great job coming in to finish the last inning. Yeah, little sister Marley fans right there. She missed her chance to get her face on TV. paying more attention to her friends. That's fine. But you probably should check out Big Bro when he's out there. Oh, how about that backdoor breaking ball, and Marley is down on strikes. I'm guessing that is Tristan's little sister, Aiden Colley. Not only are they 2 outs away from staying alive and moving forward in the bracket, they have gotten very efficient pitching. First from Brody Fleming, who will be available to pitch in a couple more days. Aiden Colley is being efficient as well. Only 17 pitches. He needs 2 outs more. Keep it at 35 or under, and he'll be ready to pitch in the next game. And they already have Carter Sherman, who pitched Sunday, also available for Wednesday. That one is fouled back. Cam Fruscio, center fielder, 0 for 2 today. Ground is short and has flown out to left field. 1-2 count. Nobody on. And again, Aiden Colley paints the outside corner for the backwards K. And now New York down to their final out. Owen Mendrick, the catcher and cleanup hitter, is due. Matthew Rice, a.k.a. Matty Ice, over for a little chat with Aiden Colley. And yes, so they have making the change here. Manager Kristen Caldwell stopping Aiden Colley on 20 pitches. So this is pitcher management here. If you are up to 20 pitches, then if you stop there, you don't need any rest to come back for the next day. And that's when their next game is, if they win. So he won't get to close this one out, but hey, it is the right decision for sure. Kristen Caldwell has had a lifetime in the game of baseball. Did not play Little League softball. She chose to go with the baseball, and she has stuck with it, so much so that she made a career out of it as a member of Team USA women's baseball team. So accomplished, they went to 3 Women's Baseball World Cups, and she was the gold medal winning starting pitcher in the gold medal game. How'd she do? 3-hit shutout over Japan. Taking care of business, and now doing a great job managing this group of young boys. Pulling all the right strings, and of course, trusting your players to go out, have fun, and play winning baseball. And let the chips fall where they may. That's all you can do. And so it will be a chance for Jacob Trala to get some pitching in here. He's got a 7-run lead, nobody on, and 2 outs. Needs to get one more. Big smile on his face. He's loving this opportunity. Hoping he can be on the mound to close out the ball game. And hard hit ball, but foul. Owen Mendrick looking for his first hit. He's grounded out to short twice today. Been a great season for this Colonie Little League team of New York. Getting all the way to Bristol for the Mid-Atlantic Regional. And that breaking ball stays up. 1-1. Dangerous hitter at the plate here. Owen's got some serious power. And he pulls that one. Foul again. So he's been out ahead of a couple of them. He could straighten those out. He could certainly have a hit. Down to the last strike. That ball is hit to left field, and it will bounce in for a base hit. Smart play defensively by the left fielder, Dane Johnson. No doubles. You don't want any doubles. Hey, going to drop in for a single. That's fine. We need to trade hits and out for a run at some point. And here we go. This is Mikey Carlin, who's played a stellar right field on his trip to Bristol. 0 for 2 today. Looking to keep things alive. The number 5 hitter.
For New York, special pinch runner, number 5, Blake DeFilippi.
And we will get a special pinch runner, Blake DeFilippi. And that ball is hit out towards right field, and there to make the catch, Julian Onley, and Delaware gets it done. A 7-0 win, and they are staying alive in the Mid-Atlantic region and will live to play another day. So congratulations to Canal Little League and respect from the Colonie Little League, state champions of New York. This is what we do, the hat tip now from the baselines. And congratulations to Colonie Little League. You won the New York State Championship, represented your Little League and your state very well.